You guys, turn the music down. We're about to pull up right now.
You are now arriving at 6th Street Entertainment Podcast. Download on all major podcasting platforms and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Enjoy the show.
What is going on, and Happy New Year to everybody listening. Thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of 6th Street Entertainment. This is episode 77. We are back in 2024 for another one, and I got my two good friends with me. Go ahead, Junior, and introduce yourself.
All right, my name is Junior, also known as Big Man Junior OG.
And this is Tony, also known as Strong Great Tony OG on Twitch.
And that's right, I don't know, in case you guys want to check out my Twitch, it is Kits Kapow. Oh no, Chitty Jank. Kits
No,
Kapow's Gamer
Chitty
Tag.
Jank.
That's right, I switched it up. Chitty Jank now on Twitch. Which I was just thinking today, I need to hurry up and get that Resident Evil 4. That's gonna be the next one. Do they have did the new Resident Evil 4, the remake, come out on all consoles?
What, Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, the remake they just did, because I was gonna buy it on Xbox, but I want to get it on PS5 if it's on PS5.
Let's see, remake.
I think it's out for PS5, I'm not sure.
It says, yeah, it says the remake of the release for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S on March of last year, so March 24th of 2023. Also, they're going to release an iOS and Mac version.
I actually saw that already. I've been I'll talk about it when we get to the backbone, but they were showing an example with that game.
Yeah, so you were trying to get it says for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's the system I think I'm gonna get it for, because Helen got me the new camera for the PlayStation 5, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so that's gonna be my first game.
It should be out for PS5.
Yeah, it's for PlayStation 5. We can get it.
Yeah, you could.
All right, well, that will be the next one. Hopefully this month. Hopefully it's gonna be this month. I get paid next week, so let's see what's up.
Here.
Anyways, for this episode, we got a very, very quick one lined up for you guys. I think our main talk is going to be about portable gaming towards the end here. We're coming off of Game Awards. In case you guys didn't check out our last episode, Game Awards showed a lot of cool things. Pretty much everyone's just waiting in anticipation for a lot of those games coming out. A big one that I've been seeing all over the place that we were waiting for. Me, myself, I'm really waiting for this one, is the Star Wars Outlaws. That's going to be coming out.
Yeah.
I hope they don't screw that up. I can see that one being really, really dope.
Yep. Let's see how it goes.
Yep.
So before we get into all that, though, we got a couple pieces of news for you guys, a couple of our quick hits that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and start us off, and then we'll just go Junior and Tony. I think we're going to mix yours in with our portable gaming, because it goes right along with that.
Okay.
So first thing we got here is Armored Core 6 news, and I thought I'd put this one in there because Armored Core 6 just won the Best Fighting Game of the Year in the Game Awards. And they got a new patch that now added ranked online matchmaking, new PvP maps, and more to that. It looks like they got ranked matches, customizable nameplates, and more. I guess they didn't give me all the details there. That is through IGN, but a bunch of new stuff that looks. And this came out a couple weeks ago, so if you've already been on Armored Core, it's not new to you. It's a couple weeks old now. Just after we did our last episode. Next one I have up here, this is big news. Bobby Kotick is leaving Activision Blizzard on December 29th, so he has already vacated the premises. And that is, in case you didn't know, that was the CEO of Activision Blizzard. And I don't know if this is going to be for the good or the bad. I know, like, he's been with the company a long time. Actually, it says, having become CEO just 12 years after its founding in 1979. So he's been the CEO for quite a while here.
1979, so about...
as long as I've been alive. He's been the CEO.
Oh my gosh.
That's 40.
1991.
Or about 40, about 44, about 44 years around there.
No, he became the CEO 12 years after
Oh,
1979. So that'd be
years.
Yeah, he was like,
1991.
Wow.
He's been the CEO as long as I've been alive.
Mhm.
damn.
So he's gone now, but I did see a lot. I'm on Twitter. I have been posting on our Twitter and Facebook. If you guys are following us on there, that's right. I forgot. I completely add that in the beginning. In case you're not following us on there and you haven't been seeing this news over there on the Twitter and Facebook, make sure you go check us out at Sixth Street Entertainment. Also, the recorded videos of these episodes are over on YouTube. You can find us at Sixth Street Entertainment on there. So like I was saying, on Twitter and Facebook, I've been seeing a lot of stuff that people are happy he's gone. I saw a lot of, actually, I was surprised about this. A lot of statements come out from some of the developers saying that they were happy he's gone because he changed. Like, basically, he was holding them back from their full potential. I guess is the best way I could put it. It
Mhm.
sounds like one of the developers, the last one that I just saw, was even saying that he kind of ruined, like, to me, I don't know if you ask anyone new into Call of Duty, but to me, Call of Duty kind of got ruined over the years, coming from the original Modern Warfare that completely changed Call of Duty. If you were alive and playing the game at that time and you play Call of Duty now, two way different games. And Tony, you were even young then, but I'm sure you even remember that because you were playing the original
Yeah, I
Modern Warfare with
remember.
us.
Oh yeah, I remember. It was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare back
Yeah,
in the day.
and they were saying Bobby Kotick had a lot to do with changing that stuff that went on with that game, along with many others. And I don't know if that's the truth or not. I'm not saying that's the truth. No one knows what really happened behind the scenes that went on throughout the company. But I did see a lot of statements that came out that were pretty consistent, which way they leaned on his leaving in the company. So,
Yeah, they
well,
could. Since he's the CEO, he could have, but also he could have been trying to do it the other way around, and they're the ones who were actually doing that. And then since he's gone, now they can just say because how Call of Duty is getting, like how a lot of people are not even what originally played don't play it no more. In order to get him back, is saying, "Oh, it's because of him that it's not his way anymore." But it could like every story has the one side, their side, and then the truth. So
I mean, because you got to think, Call of Duty, he was the CEO at the time when Modern Warfare 4 did come out. Or
yeah.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, I
No,
mean, not Modern
it was
Warfare
Call
4.
of Duty 4. Yeah,
Call of
no,
Duty
it was
4.
never
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
He
it
was
was always
CEO
Yeah.
at
Call of
that
Duty
time.
4.
But anyways, over and done with. We'll see who I didn't see anything about who would be taking over as a CEO. Oh, is it actually it might be in here.
Most
What is
likely
last
be
name?
the vice president. Usually that's how it goes, but
See what happens.
There's a lot of wording in here. I'm sure it's in there on Google. I'm not going to go through all that right now, but yeah, I didn't see a name myself on who's going to be taking up. Anyways, next one I got up here. Firewall Ultra developer First Contact Entertainment to shut down after nearly 8 years. It's also off IGN. And I thought I'd add this one in here because this game, this was sad for me to hear because this
oh
was
yeah.
one of my determiners that was going to help me in the choosing between the Meta Quest or the PSVR 2. And it looks like Firewall Ultra fell short. I was reading a bunch of Twitter comments about this too. And a lot of people said that they just did not add enough new stuff to it. It was just kind of like a vamped up version of, what the older one was. And that's kind of disappointing to hear. And now that company is going to be shutting down and they're going to be taking, I think I read too, the firewall servers are going to be going offline
I
eventually.
was I assume so, since if they're not gonna do no more to it, they're just gonna just take it off. Why keep keeping
Well,
them up?
if the company's going out of business, yeah, no one's going to be able. I don't think anyone's going to be there working on any updates or anything like that. So I don't see a date for anything going offline yet, but that may be coming. And this article is as of January 1st, so not even a week old yet.
So who knows? They might transition. Someone else might pick it up and go, okay, we'll keep. We might bring it up, or they just say nah, nah, just drop it and then cancel the whole thing. So well, time will tell.
All right, and then next up we have my last one here. And I thought this was ironic. I came across this one this morning actually on Polygon, and it was put out yesterday. Halo returns to the tabletop in 2024, likely with a 40K style miniature skirmish game. That's one. It's freaking Halo. 2, it's going to be a tabletop, so that's freaking awesome. And I thought it was funny because just finally me and Junior got to exchange gifts from Christmas, and I got his from him yesterday, and he got me a board game that I'm really, really excited to play. I was showing Helen that yesterday. Zombicide, by the way, in case anyone does know it. But I came across this. Halo is now coming to... Now, it says Halo returns to tabletop. I don't know if there was already a tabletop Halo game that I didn't know about.
I think I've heard of it, but I think it
I
was
never heard
in
of
the
it.
beginning stage. They weren't sure if it was gonna go or not. I think
Okay.
like a lot of the tabletops we hear, they do a Kickstarter and everything in order to see if they can bring up the funds for it or not. Like they did that for
Actually,
let's see, they did that for I think Boulder Gate. They did that for that. They did a couple of different ones I know we've heard about before.
well, on this article here, I'll put the link actually in the Discord so you can see for yourself. Oh, almost put it into Angelo's. Almost put it into
Yeah.
Angelo's channel. Okay, so if you look in that link, the picture that pops up, the description under it says a miniature from Halo Ground Command, a legacy tabletop war game also created through a collaboration with 343 Industries. So I believe these are miniatures from a previous Halo game that's been out, and I guess it's called Halo Ground Command. So there you go. It has been out before, and I didn't know about it.
They might have had like a miniature thing about that like way back. Probably it just wasn't widely known. That's my guess.
So yeah, that. Oh, and I'm sorry. The estimated time of this arrival will be September of this year, 2024. All right, Junior, I'll let you go ahead and get through yours real fast before we get into the main part here, the meaty
Right
part.
then. Oh, for all you guys know, Star Citizen's been out for a while. I know Jordan and our other buddy Josh got it from the beginning. But for what I've just been reading and looking at things, apparently they've been doing very big monetization things. Like one of them, as I was reading, Robert Space Industry would sell you all sorts of space things, like a mine lane ship will cost you $600 before mine lane ships or even a feature in the game. So if you wanted a mine lane ship, you could get it for $600 in that game. Apparently,
Yeah, me and Josh were seeing that stuff. It was been there
yeah,
for a while.
you think that was expensive? Here's for the true ballers. A
All
true
right,
baller who
Junior.
likes to do things. Here's the most single expensive DLC in history. Yes, they warned us that it was the next step after Horse Armor, as Rubber Space Invaders has delivered. Star Citizen now offers a 48,000
What?
Legios bundle.
What?
Yep,
Fuck
you
that.
heard it. 48,000 contains every ship in the game.
Mm-mm.
You would hope so, as they put in quotation. As the description of the bundle is packaged Legos 2953. You're probably butchering it. This was also from PC Gamer. Head of all others, this defendant armada is equivalent to the match of a noble title of Legos Imata or Izmaza, something like that. Comparison of over 175 fleets from every manufacturer of the note. This perfection collection includes all ships released and conquered through the 1953. Empower every fleet commander to forge a lasting legacy, and leading humanity towards a brighter future. And this also, they're going to the Karen, the sense of rifle will be available in game in the first quarter of this year. I don't know when this is. I think it's available now. If you want all the ships and Star Citizens, there you go. You're gonna have to put out about 50K for it, and then you have all the ships you want. So you have whole Marta going around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
So
I was gonna say when you said the $600
Yeah,
ship,
no.
that wasn't even the most expensive one we saw. The most expensive one we saw at the time was I think was like $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah, that was it. That's one of the first earliest ones. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn.
Mm.
Oh, look at us. Yeah, if you want every ship in the game, 50K.
Screw that. I'm
Tony.
gonna take 50K, go invest in a real spaceship.
Yeah, if I had that money, 50K, I'll have the freaking dopest ass fucking play area. Oh, not fucking imaginary ships in space.
That's funny.
Anyways. All right, the next thing I got is from for the Game Pass for this month. All right, we're getting Resident Evil 2, the remake, which Jordan beat a while ago. It's going on that. Also, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will also be on Game Pass as well.
Saw that.
So I knew most likely because I beat the other two a while ago. I was assuming they're going to bring that one out since Mirage is out already.
You see, they're also taking away just because you said Game Pass. It's got to do with it. A lot of people are mad. They're taking away GTA 5 again after it being
I
put
just
out like
saw
a
that.
month ago or a month and a half ago or
Yeah, a
something.
little bit ago because of 6, yeah.
Yeah,
For the I know, it's stupid. But you know how it goes. They do
that's
stupid things.
punishment for us leaking. Good job, leakers.
Yeah.
Oh, did you heard about the leaker? Suppose he's in life in jail or something.
Wait, what? They caught the guy that leaked it?
Yeah, yeah. Apparently, I seen a thing. I
Oh,
didn't really
found
read
him.
too much into the article. Just supposedly they caught him and he's gonna get life imprisonment or something for leaking the thing. I'm like, okay, he leaked the thing. Wow, life imprisonment for that.
Wow.
But apparently,
Justice,
in other,
Junior. Justice.
and apparently in his thing. Apparently, he's not. That's not the only thing he's done. Apparently, he's been doing other shit with it. He says once he's in a state, I think it's a statement. I'm not 100% sure. I just kind of glimpsed through it that if he gets back out, he's just gonna go back and do shit again. So they say, okay,
Well,
you're just gonna do.
I thought I could be wrong. I could be mixing it up with a whole nother leak, but I thought he blackmailed like the company and was saying like, I want this much money or I'm going to put out your guys' information and stuff because it wasn't, I thought it was, you know what? I'm starting to think I am getting this mixed up. I might not be, but like he had all their information, like the employees' private information, like phone numbers and addresses and stuff like that, I guess. And, he was basically trying to hold it for ransom, damn near. And then they
Oh,
said, no, they're not doing it. And so then he put it out.
oh, oh, they probably then they must have caught him after he did something like that. That's why they're giving him life in prison, from what I've seen. I'm not, like I said, 100 for sure. Also, with those two games, they're getting Hell Let Loose, a World War II shooter RTS was with debut in 2021. And early access will also come. Those are the bigger ones. There's also a couple other few other ones that are coming in during this timeline. They're not that. Those are the three bigger ones and everything. Valhalla doesn't come out for at least another 3 more days, not until the 9th. Hell Let Loose is already out since the 4th, and Resident Evil 2 doesn't come out until the 16th. So those are that. And the ones they're gonna be leaving at the by the 15th, which is two of the
GTA 5.
Personas, 3 and 4, which were not even that long. They're gone. They're gonna be gone, and then Grand Theft Auto 5, which is barely put on now, is gonna be gone again,
And
which I think is stupid.
I don't know if you remember the Hell Let Loose. I already downloaded it. I downloaded it on my Xbox because I want to give it a try. But
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've been so
I
wrapped up in
remember.
Battlefield. But me and Josh were talking about that one a lot. It looks freaking cool. It's supposed to be like a military sim for those of you guys into first person shooters. And I believe it. I haven't played it yet myself, and I'm pretty sure it's World War II. I don't think it's World
Yeah,
War
it is
One.
World War II. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's World War II. It's a shooter RTS.
yeah. It looks like it's a pretty good game.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I'll probably download that too later on. So that'd be that for the Xbox. That one was from Polygon. Next one, simply from Polygon, which would be PlayStation Plus of this month, which is the Plague's Tale Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World. Those are the three that would be already came out for this month. Plagues of Tel Requiem is a follows Absteen. I'm horrible about saying names, so I'm butchering the name of the main chick and her younger brother travel to a tropical island in search for the cure of his mysterious illness. But the population of the island eventually turn against them, resulting in medieval tales of veer of folklore. Evil West, on the other hand, is a blood and guts shooter where players can take the role of a cowboy named Jesse Retenner on the quest to dismember as many demons possible. That one. And Nobody Saves the World is a bright, cartoonish, Zelda inspired dungeon crawler from Drinkbox Studios. The team are behind the Guacamole and servers. Brings the game to sustain a storyline and well balanced gameplay. Yep, those will be available until next month of April 5th. So if you have a month still to go download them, see if you want them, or if not, just add them to your library, like I do.
All right, I
Just
gotta
have
get
'em.
those new couple ones. Yeah.
Yep. And if anyone does not know, PlayStation Plus has raising up their thing. If you're on the very basic one now, which I was on, still will be, they raised it to $80 a year instead of the 60. So now it's $20 more.
Is it really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
How
Yes.
much is Xbox now a year? I don't even.
I do mine for
I pay monthly. I don't know.
so do I.
Yeah.
There's no year one. There is a year one if
There
you're just
used to
playing
be,
for
I think.
there is a year
Yeah,
one for the
there is.
console only, unless you do the ultimate, which is console and PC. If you do console only, it's still like 60 with for both, I think still. And for the ultimate, you have to pay monthly, which is still I think they raised it up a bit because I just barely paid it again. I think it was $14.99. I think it's $15.99 around there. They
Yeah, I
raised it
think
like
you're
a
right.
dollar.
Yeah.
It
Like
was
about around a dollar.
14.99.
I don't remember exactly. Yeah,
Back in
PlayStation
the day, it
Plus.
was 12.99.
PlayStation.
Actually, you know what? I even want to say it's $16.99. I don't even want to say it's 14 or $15.99. I think they raised it $2.
Yeah, it's around like
Unbelievable.
it's not more than $2. That's all I know for.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to find. Yes, for the premium for 12 months, the premium one, which Tony has, it's 160.
I was 119.99.
No, not 160. Yeah, for the essential it's 80. Yeah, 79.99.
Wow.
Yeah, for the premium is 160. I think the extra is between there because I can. What's this extra? And the extra is 135.
Damn.
Yes. So
People.
damn PlayStation. But yeah, so that's that. They just raised it up because mine ended last month and I still haven't done that, which I still have to do. So that's fun. Looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to pay that when I get paid in this Friday. There's no money right now. So yeah, that's everything I got for that.
All right. I guess that's going to bring us into our last piece here, the portable gaming. So, first of all, I want to say I hope everyone had a good Christmas. I know we're a little bit late, but hope everyone did. I know I had a pretty good Christmas. And one of the things that I did get for Christmas from my girlfriend, Helen, she got me a backbone. And so we talked about the backbone on here before. If you guys
So,
listen, if you guys,
so she gave you,
huh?
so she finally returned yours back.
Oh, okay, Junior. Hang on. Where's the
You know how to do
Yeah,
it.
I
I had to do
know.
so,
it.
yeah, she got me a backbone, and we have talked about them on here before. If you guys have been listening to us for a little while now, it was the April Fool's episode of this year. I know because I just went back to it to listen to it again recently.
Oh yeah.
We had
Mhm.
Cody on here, and also another one of the reasons I'm talking about it again, because if you guys listen to that episode, Cody's connection was a little shoddy then, and I know some parts were a little hard to understand from him. But also, like I said, I went back and I listened to it because I was trying to remember what he had said about it back then, and then I wanted to compare it to my experience that I've been having with it now. And there was a couple things that I kind of wish that he almost was here so I can talk to him in person and compare with them. But there's at least one thing off the top of my head that I can remember that I wouldn't say I don't necessarily agree, but I didn't know what he was talking about. He might have been talking about something different than me. So, anyways, for starters, the backbone, in case you guys didn't know, it's a controller used for mobile gaming, and it looks like when you got your phone and everything in it, it almost looks just like a Nintendo Switch. You got, two toggles on each side of the controller, buttons on one side. You got triggers like R1, R2, L1, L2, all that. You got the D-pad on it, directional pad. And when you go to put your phone inside of it, you just kind of open it up. It stretches. There's a middle like band in it, stretches open, and you set your
Yeah.
phone in, and it connects straight into the charging port. Now, when Cody was on here, like I said, he was describing all this. The connection was a little bad, so it was kind of hard to understand a couple parts. He was telling us about it and the things it was capable of doing. He described the same thing that I'm about to describe, how when you get the backbone, there's an app you can go onto the store. I mean, I'm sure, I guess you can get the app even without the backbone. You just go on the store and download it. It's called the Backbone app. And it's basically like a gaming hub. And so, how I like to think of it is like if you have a smart TV and you have a bunch of subscription services like your Amazon, you got your regular Xfinity cable in there, you got HBO Max, Peacock, or whatever. So you hit that menu on your smart TV and you just choose which service you want to go into and use. So that's how I kind of compare the backbone to it. When you open that app up and you got your phone connected, you open it up, and I got a couple of different like streaming services I can go to. The GeForce Now, which I've talked about in the past, the Xbox Cloud Gaming, which I've talked about in the past. It has a hub basically just for mobile games. So I mean, well, it's not like a app they use for mobile games. It'll just display your mobile games up there with those other like streaming apps. There's a PlayStation one and all that. Now, when I wasn't sure how good this was going to work because, like I've talked about on here years before, I was a beta tester for the cloud. Yeah, it was the Xbox Cloud Gaming when it first started, and for the
Yeah,
GeForce
Cloud
Now.
X, something like that.
Yeah, now I said both times they worked very well. I didn't have any problem with them when you're connected to that 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi that you need to be on. You had to have a good Wi-Fi to be able to sustain a good connection and be able to continuously play on them, smoothly. If you were to try and go out and do this, like if you went to the grocery store or something like that, and your girlfriend's shopping around, you're sitting in the car and you want to play a game, it wouldn't work. You had to be on a good Wi-Fi. I remember when those things were coming out. Uh, as well, when they're coming out, this is one thing I noticed that was actually for the worse compared to when it was coming out. There wasn't a lot of people using it because, like I said, I was beta testing it and it was a closed beta test. Only certain people got selected. So there is, if you don't have the paid services, there is like a pro service to each of these where you could pay and your load times are faster and they'll stream in a higher quality. So instead of getting like 720p, you'll get like 1080p. I don't know what the phones are even capable of now. I don't think any phones displaying 4K though. I mean, not to my knowledge, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't keep up on all the phone details or whatnot. But because there was less people, your wait times were less. I do notice now getting onto GeForce Now and on Xbox Cloud because I don't pay for those premium services. So, like, I tried getting onto Battlefield through the cloud, Battlefield 2042 through the cloud and just playing straight through there. You don't have to install anything. I'm not going to get into explaining how the Xbox Cloud and everything works, but if you're familiar with it and you have Xbox Game Pass, you can choose to like install the game straight to your system or just play off the cloud and not install anything. You can instantly just play. I did, like I said, one night I tried to get into 2042 off of the cloud and it told me I had a 125-minute wait time. I was like,
What?
yeah, no. And I backed out of that real quick. And I kept trying it there was other times that I was like, you know what? I wonder if it just says that just for starting and it's going to like go down fast sometimes like loading bars or something. So I opened it up and I think I just set my phone down and I left it there for like 20 minutes and it was like at 100 minutes or something. And at 20 minutes later, I went back to it and it said 80 minutes. I was like, oh no, this thing's accurate. I'm not waiting that long to play no games on the cloud. Now, there is some games off the cloud that I literally got right into and newer games too. One of them, so right after that is the same night, like a Saturday night, I tried the 2042 and that wait time was ridiculous. So I went to Forza Motorsport, the new one. It was a 1 minute wait time, literally 1 minute. I was in the game playing. No problem at all. And I was playing here at my house. I was connected to the 5 gigahertz. I got 1 gig speed Wi-Fi through Xfinity. So just in case you guys are trying to figure out if your internet's fast enough or whatnot for it. And I played it no problem. So I think it's those more popular games. And then, of course, like Saturday night when you got more people trying to get in, of course, your queue times are going to be longer because they're prioritizing the people that are paying for that pro service of it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So with that, just with that part of it, I thought that was cool. You know, I didn't have no problem with it. To be able to play on the cloud, one thing that I'm talking about the Xbox right now. I'm just talking about Xbox games. The Xbox has this thing. I signed up for a 30-day free trial of it to be able to play on that cloud with the controller. Even if you have an Xbox account, I still had to pay. They want me to pay a service through the backbone. I think it's like, want to say it was $50 for 6 months or $50 for a year. I can't remember which one it is. For me, it's not worth it because I have an Xbox. I pay for Xbox Live. For people that don't have an Xbox and they want to use that as like their gaming device, just that backbone in their mobile phone, I think that's totally worth it. I mean, we were just saying right now, me and Junior, how much we pay a month for Game Pass, like $16.99. So it is cheaper than if you're paying for at least Game Pass Ultimate. It's cheaper if you're just using that. Now, still staying on the Xbox side, Xbox has remote play. And I didn't want to do the Xbox remote play because I'm like, oh, what's the point, you know? But I always keep my Xbox in standby mode. I never turn it all the way off or rest mode. So what I figured out is there's an Xbox Remote Play app. You download it through the Backbone Hub. I download it. It's through the Google Play Store and Apple Store and everything too. But that Backbone Hub puts the app in there for you, so everything's all in one. So I click on that Xbox Remote Play. I just click turn on my Xbox. My Xbox turns on from wherever I'm at, and I know this because I've already tested it. And I could sit there and just remote play exactly like I'm on my Xbox. I mean, my Xbox home screen comes up. Tony's seen it. I showed Tony.
I've seen it.
It's just like I'm playing on an Xbox, but on basically like a Nintendo Switch version. It's pretty freaking cool. I was really impressed. I was playing it connecting my 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi again. Just to give you the time span of the time when I first beta tested these, it's probably been about 4 years. And so 4 years later, I'm now playing this again after these streaming services have been out a while now. So I'm on the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi again, 1 gig speed. And it plays smooth as butter. Had no problems with it at all. I was really, really impressed. Now I am sitting very, very close to my modem. I'm only sitting like 15 feet away. My bedroom, for some reason, my bedroom has always been a shoddy spot for service in my house, whatever. Even if I'm on my Wi-Fi in my bedroom, I get some lag when I'm playing. And the game that I have, and so just to give you guys an idea, I know I'm kind of jumping around too, just to give you an idea of how good this works too, which I was just blown away by it, is usually when you go to like when I go to hotels or when me and Tony went to Louisiana, you remember we could play games like Sea of Thieves because the Wi-Fi is not that great. You could play Call of Duty and stuff, but your ping was so bad, like it was almost pointless to play Call of Duty because you're getting wrecked because you're lagging so hard. I am playing the only game I've been about playing on this backbone on my mobile is Battlefield 2042. And yeah, there's some games that I get wrecked, but there's some games where I'm wrecking too. And it's not because of the lag. You just get some bad games. It's not because of my skill either, goddamn. So,
You could get
anyway,
Xfinity pods for it, right? To
what's
get your
that?
internet better. Xfinity pods. You could
Oh,
use
I
it
don't
for
know.
that
My house
room.
is too small. I don't need
I know,
Xfinity
but
pods.
still, it'll boost up the internet. If there's like a weak signal, you're still gonna have maybe better reception. I don't
No,
know.
I get good signal. I get good reception. It's something about my room. But let me finish. Let me finish. So
Yeah, go ahead.
for some reason, the first night I got the backbone, I did try it in my bedroom. I had no problems. Every night since then that I've been on the Wi-Fi and tried it in my bedroom, which my bedroom, like I said, I'm about 15 feet away, where I'm laying down in bed's probably 30 to 35 feet away. So only double that length. It's not very far at all, especially for a gig speed. I should be running fine. I mean, my Nintendo Switch works fine in there off the Wi-Fi. I don't have any problems with my Nintendo Switch. I know that's a lot more powerful probably than what my phone's trying to pull, but
Yeah.
anyway, now when I was playing this, like I said, the whole time I've been playing this, trying these games, I've been on Wi-Fi, been on Wi-Fi, been on Wi-Fi. When I was going to go back to work, because I got it, I was on vacation. I was like, well, before I go back to work, I'm going to download some mobile games. So I downloaded that Genshin Impact. I downloaded Call of Duty Mobile again. And I actually got this other mobile game. I want to tell you what it is, Junior, because I think all of us should get it and try it sometime. It's pretty fun. It's a battle royale game. It reminds me a lot of Fortnite. Damn, I have to get into my gaming hub, see what this. It is. All right, there it is. What's the name of it? Farlight 84. That's what it's called. It's a battle royale game. And actually, when I saw it's a battle royale game. When I downloaded it and got into the menus, it looks like there's actually a story campaign. It looks like there's a team deathmatch mode. It does look like there's a couple other different modes to it, but I mainly got it for the battle royale, just so I can have some games to play at work using the backbone when I was bored. So I got to work, and my workplace, the service is very, very shoddy. I mean, you basically got to be standing in certain areas to get good service. And when you do stand in those areas, I get like full service. I got full bars, not just partial. So I do got good service in some spots. So I was in those areas, and I was sitting there, and I was itching to play it. And I was like, man, I don't want to be disappointed when I turn it on thinking I could play like Forza Motorsport or something at work while I'm waiting on a break and it not work or something or not work good and just be kind of down about it. But curiosity got the best of me. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to try it anyways. I turned it on, and my work has this Wi-Fi, but the work Wi-Fi is very, very bad. I don't know what speeds. Oh, the same building Tony's at. Tony knows the
Right.
work Wi-Fi is shit. I don't know. They must. I think they're still on dial-up.
Yeah, it's shitty Wi-Fi.
So I connected to their Wi-Fi, got in. I tried loading up the Xbox Remote Play. Took a second. Error. Could not connect. Tried again. Error, could not connect. Try again. Error, could not connect. And there was a little loading time in between that. And didn't say it instantly. Like you kind of thought it was going to work, and then an error message popped up. So the third time before I was about to give up, I noticed in that error message it said, check your Wi-Fi connection or mobile service. Like how good's your mobile service? And I'm like, mobile service? I know these things used to just strictly be, you couldn't use them on mobile service. You had to be on 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. But I'm thinking, why is it telling me to check my mobile service if it didn't work on mobile service? And we don't get nothing great out here where we live. I don't have, well, Junior has 5G. Depending on what phone or service you got, you get 5G. But I'm still on the 4G LTE. And I turned my internet service off, my Wi-Fi off, and I hit remote play. By golly, my freaking Xbox home screen popped up, and I was like, holy shit, I'm in at work. So
Shit.
I'm like, all right, I'm not on Wi-Fi right now. I'm not even going to disappoint myself by trying to play Battlefield or anything like that. I'm going to just try and see if I could do something like Forza Motorsport. Get into Forza Motorsport, it's playing a no problem at all. Smooth as butter off no Wi-Fi, just regular phone service. I was like, holy crap, this is cool. Okay. And so I don't even think I did a race. I think I got into like a practice. I did one lap. And I was like, all right, that was smooth. I got out. I was like, okay, let me try another one. Cyberpunk. That's a shooter. You got a lot of stuff going on in certain areas of the game. You know, when you get into a mission, you got a lot of bad guys or whatever spawning. So I was like, let's get into that. Started playing Cyberpunk. Freaking smooth. I was like, man, this is crazy. I can't believe like this has come so far, that this is working so good. I'm like, all right, now's the real test. I gotta get into a real shooter where some shit is going down. Battlefield 2042. I get into freaking load up Battlefield 2042, get into the servers. I was like, it's probably gonna take me forever to load into a game with other people. My ping's probably so bad and this and that. Get right in, almost as if I'm playing off my Xbox. Like, holy crap, this thing's working, man. I'm getting in. Get into a game, start wrecking people, just headshot. I remember someone threw a smoke cloud and I saw this Jeep fly in, so I pull out my RPG, shooting in the middle of the smoke cloud, boom, triple kill. I'm like, holy crap, this thing is freaking working. This is crazy. So my point I'm getting at here, if you don't got any gaming consoles, you're trying to get into like gaming with consoles, and you don't want to go out and spend all that money. The Backbone was $100. It's not like a cheap little thing. I mean, $100 is almost cheap nowadays compared to what our
Yeah.
inflation freaking is at. But you can literally do that all on your mobile phone. Like I said, I already pay for Game Pass and all that stuff. I'm on a 30-day free trial right now for those Xbox Cloud games I was playing on. And I'm probably going to cancel that because when I started thinking about it, I'm like, well, I can remote play off my Xbox now whenever I want. And it's not like I download a new game on Game Pass every single day. The games that I'm playing at that time, I have already downloaded. So I'm like, I'm not going to pay $50 extra a year when it's like, all right, if I want to play that game on Game Pass, instead of going through the cloud, when I get home tonight, I'll just download it on my Xbox and then I can play it later whenever I want. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. You know, it doesn't make sense for me, myself, in that position to pay for it. Now,
Yeah.
that's talking about all of Xbox. So then they have it's still going back to the Backbone Hub. I found an app called the Steam Link. Download the Steam Link. Connect remote play through my PC off Steam. I was sitting on my couch just chilling, playing PC games. It was working. I haven't tried. Steam is one that I have not tried outside and not on Wi-Fi and seeing how the games work, if they're playing good or whatever. I was playing Ready or Not. I just jumped into Ready or Not and I didn't even get into a level. I was just kind of walking around in like the little headquarters hub or whatever. But it did lag a little bit, but I remembered even at first when I got in that headquarters hub, even on my PC, it was lagging a little bit and it was mirroring the screen. So when I was doing it, I was sitting on my couch and I was looking and the screen was kind of lagging. So I don't know if it was just like because it was loading the game up, like I just got in, if it was lagging a little bit while I was warming up or whatever. I'm not sure what the case was there. But my point is I didn't really have any problems with it. Now the GeForce Now also, that's the same as the Xbox Cloud, but kind of for Steam games. And you don't even have to have all those, like Destiny 2. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me check that right now. I think I do actually maybe have Destiny 2.
You
On-
should have it on.
No, I think I have it downloaded. No, okay, I don't have Destiny 2 downloaded. I'm looking right now. So Destiny 2, because I own it though, it let me just play through the cloud. I didn't even have to have it installed on my computer. And I was playing Destiny 2 sitting on my couch, and I was playing Destiny 2 fine, no lag. I even did a couple missions in it to try it out off through the GeForce Now. And that one was not through the remote play. That was through the GeForce Now, the streaming thing. And there was a wait time. I want to say it was like when it first popped up, I think it was like 20 minutes or something like that, which I didn't think was that bad. You know, I'm not paying nothing for it. I was like, 20 minutes to wait to play a free game. All right, whatever. I put it down. I started doing some stuff around the house. I think I came back at 15 minutes and the game was already started. It was at the start screen for me. So it didn't take the full 20 minutes to get into that. And Destiny 2, I'm sure, is a game that's very, very well played or, played by a lot of people. So, I mean, I figure that's a pretty good queue time for Destiny 2. Then the last thing I got to say about it is there is an app for the PlayStation. It's a PS Remote Play.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I had a problem getting it to work. I don't know if the app needs an update or not. I did see online a couple other people had a problem. And to log in to be able to do the remote play, it wouldn't let me log in. Every time I click sign in, it would say network error occurred. And I uninstalled and reinstalled the app about 3 times. Every single time, same thing. So I think an update needs to come out, because I did see in some of those forums that people in the past, like a year or 2 years ago, were saying that it worked good. So
I was working.
technically what I'm saying is, if I can get that PlayStation remote app working right, I could basically take my PC, Xbox, and PlayStation on the go with me wherever I'm at. And I'm not paying. Well, the only thing I'm paying for, of course, is my PlayStation Online through my console, and then my Xbox Live through my console. PC, I'm not paying anything for Steam or anything like that. One thing, going back to when Cody described this, I saw a part in our podcast where he said that you needed a $29.99 subscription per year for the Backbone. I haven't run across anything like that at all. So I'm not sure if he was talking about a subscription, like maybe it was that Xbox Cloud thing at the time. Maybe they've raised the price since then, and he was saying like that needed a $30 subscription per year. I'm not 100% sure on that, but my review on the Backbone so far, I would give it pretty much a 5 out of 5 for what it is. Now, if you've done the Xbox Cloud Play before, when I'm playing on my console and I go to download an Xbox Game Pass game, for me, I don't like doing just the cloud play. I like downloading it because I have a nice TV. I got a Series X. If I'm going to play a game on my console and sit there and play it, I want to get the best experience, meaning best graphics I can possibly get, everything like that. If you have played through the cloud, then you'll know what I'm talking about when I say like it only comes out to 1080p. And to me, whenever I get in there, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot the graphics are dumbed down. And I always say the graphics don't matter, but when I'm used to it and I'm sitting there playing on that console that I know has good graphics, I'm like, oh, I can't deal with this 1080p thing, especially on like a brand new game. Like I think I tried it with Forza Motorsport, and I was like, no, I need to see Forza in 4K. So if obviously you're not getting 4K through your phone, or you're not getting the same graphics or anything like that through the phone. The other thing, one of the other knocks on it that I would say is, if you don't like the small controllers, like me, I don't really like the small Nintendo Switch controllers. I would not say this feels exactly like that. This actually does feel pretty comfortable in my hand. I've sat and played Battlefield for like, I think 3 to 4 hours at most on it, in a sitting, and it doesn't really bother me. The Switch controllers will bother me playing 3 to 4 hours. I got to like stretch my hands out and stuff like that with those. I do wish they were a little thicker. I'm almost positive you could find on the internet maybe some grips that you could just put on it to make it a little wider. That would be freaking perfect. Like, I guess ergonomic wise, I guess I'm talking about. Other than that, man, I really don't know what else bad I could say about it. I mean, you can't expect it to perform or be like a console because it's not a console. For what it is, though, I think it's amazing. Like I said, my mind was blown on this thing. And you could I'll reiterate again, if you wanted to get into gaming, you could take your phone, sign up for a couple of those streaming things, and literally just play like this. And then for people, I was thinking about something else I wanted to mention that I had to backtrack on, but to stay on track right now, for people that already have consoles like me, I'm still loving you hear how much I'm talking about it and talking it up right now. I'm loving it because now when I'm sitting on my lunch break, I'm sitting there scarfing down my lunch in 10 minutes. So I got like 50 minutes to get like 1 or 2 good games of Battlefield in that I could play at work. And I'm saying it's smooth, man. It's crazy.
Nice.
So that is the Backbone. Oh yeah, the one thing I want to backtrack on, how I said it was working without Wi-Fi at work. And it just happened to me this morning. I even reset my modem, thinking that could be a problem and needed a reset. I tried playing in my room on the Wi-Fi again, and it was getting kind of spotty. I got killed once, and I got frustrated with it. I'm like, God damn it, I'm shutting the Wi-Fi off. Immediately, right when I shut my Wi-Fi off my phone and went to mobile service, my game was freaking smooth. I can't figure that one out, but it was. Yeah. It was pretty cool. So yeah, again, that was the Backbone, $100 price point on that thing. It works with pretty much all the newest devices. I don't know. The only thing I don't know if it works with, I know iPhones now are starting to switch over to the Type C Type C charger port.
I saw that.
I don't know if it works with the older iPhone chargers. Pretty much any Android that's
Oh,
got the Type C it works with. The Type C comes standard with it. And I know there's some switchable plates on it. I haven't even tried taking it apart and switching it yet. So I don't know if you can like switch out a certain adapter that fits into the older iPhone or not. But right now, from what I could tell, you got to have Type C to use it.
it's only for the iPhone 15 only, I believe. The oldest
All
one
right.
version you could probably use is the iPhone 14,
All
only
right.
with the Type B backbone.
All right. So, yeah, that was my experience with the backbone. Again, if you guys get a chance to, I recommend checking it out definitely. And if you do have an opportunity to get one, I would recommend for into the whole mobile gaming and everything. That brings us also to this is also still part of mobile gaming, but the Switch 2 coming out. And I sent you guys this article, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Junior, do you want to go ahead and get us started? Just kind of going over some of the details in this article, what you think about the Switch 2, and I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick.
All right. Looks like the Switch 2 will be arriving this time, sometime this year. It doesn't specify when exactly. It just says it's just undergoing this year. Will be out this year. It doesn't say confirm when, but if anything, probably going to be coming out towards the end of the year, if anything, as we've seen before. And it doesn't say much about it. Just says it's going to be out this year. And looks like the price tag around is going to be around $400, which I say is not that bad for it for handheld, because like the Steam Deck, the other, I think it was the Viva. I think it's from Viva or Valve or whatever. The other one, I was confused. There's a different one which is about around the same. I think they're about the same. The low end is about the same price tag, while the higher end is a little bit more. But $400 for the fridge for the the Switch 2 is not that bad, I say. Beyond that, it doesn't say what kind of specs it's gonna have or what's with that, but that's pretty much all I see about it. So we're gonna have to see when they say more about it, which probably gonna say more about it probably when they announce all the games in the summer. That's what I think.
Well, I did hear a rumor. Someone put the link for Nintendo Switch 2 release. They're saying September 24th, 2024, but I don't know if it's true though, but that's what they're predicting.
I will be
Oh,
very, very surprised if they're
that's what
able
they said.
if they're planning on putting details out for the summer, or like you said, if you think
After
they
the
would wait
summer.
till the summer of games and they're planning on putting it out in September, which is basically right after the summer, I'd be really, really surprised if they were able to keep secrets of it until then.
If not this
Like being revealed or anything. I think because Nintendo does all those like random directs, they'll just drop them whenever they want. I feel
Yeah,
like if it is going to come out in September 2024, we should be getting a direct here.
probably around
I
March, I say.
I was going to
March
say
or
like
April.
mid to end February, showing all that off and getting us geared up and ready because they got to start pre-orders soon, I would think, on this if it's coming out in September.
Yeah.
Pre-orders got to be
Yeah,
starting quick.
I want to say that I want to me, from a likelihood of which they've done in the past of with many other consoles. I don't remember. I think even Switch 2, when they did the Switch as well. I think they're gonna say it in the summer and they're gonna bring it out in about the end of the year, Christmas time. That's what I think.
Are you guys
That's
going to be
what I
picking?
think.
Will you guys be picking one up when it comes out?
I probably would.
I'm not 100% sure. It depends on throughout the year, because this year what I was thinking of getting was be the new the newer a newer VR set. That's what I was thinking, and which are about around the same price tag.
Yeah.
'Cause I still play with my old Switch and it's still good. So I don't, unless they bring it as something like make it like, oh my god, it's like extremely much better than the original one. then maybe, but I don't know.
What about you, Tony?
I get it. We'll see.
Yeah, you haven't even opened your old
I
one
know I haven't.
yet.
I've been wanting to play it, but I'm like, oh, now they're making the Switch too. I'm like, I don't know if I want to play it because I got to make sure the Sims will work within 1 terabyte at this point. I just haven't touched it.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah,
I think it
it's
would.
it
What?
should compatible with the Sims card when
You'd
you're
be
taking
able
the
to switch
memory
the
card.
SIM cards over
Yes,
because one of the things
yes.
I was
Yeah.
first worried about was okay,
I
if
was worried
Nintendo's
about
coming
that.
out with a new console, there's still so many good games on like Switch and everything. Like they got to whatever console they come out with, they got to make sure it plays Switch games still because people are
Mhm.
still buying those like crazy.
I would assume that the SD card can switch, the cartridges can still be switched because I don't see
Well,
why would they
now
change the.
that's what I was gonna say. Now it's a Switch to like it's not a completely entirely. I thought maybe they were gonna
Um,
do something entirely different. You know what I mean? Like how they just went from
Switch the
Shit, why can't I
OLED.
think of the Nintendo console previews for the Wii? How they went from Wii to Switch.
Yeah,
Those are two
Wii to
completely
Switch.
different things. But now, I'm not worried about the games. Obviously, if it's a Switch, it's going to have to play Switch games. They're not going
You
to screw that up.
technically
It
kind
should be
of, but remember they
compatibility.
had the DSs, which they had the cartridges already going that way, so it's not like they made a big leap.
What do you mean?
Like the
Uh,
DSs and all that, they were going through. They did it all the way until the last one was the 3DS, and they
That's
were doing cartridges. They were not as small as
No, but I'm saying you can't play a DS game in your Nintendo Switch.
No.
I know, but I'm just saying
That's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah,
like,
no.
say, what's a game I have? Like
I know what
Metroid Dread or whatever. Yeah, if they come out with a new system and I can't put Metroid Dread into that new system, I'm gonna be pissed because that game's like 1 year old.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm just saying that I don't think it's just gonna be this. I think they said better. Like they did yeah, the old D or whatever the thing is, the OS or whatever the fuck it's called, the newer one called the old
The
OLED.
OLED,
Yeah,
the OLED.
yeah, it was just a bit upgraded version of that one. No,
No,
and
I
then
think this one will be better than the OLED. I think they're gonna have fast.
no,
Everything
it's gonna
people
be
wanted originally, that's what's gonna be in this. And then because remember everyone wanted this stuff, and then the OLED came out, and people at first were like, "Yeah," and then we saw the specs, and we're like, "What the hell? This is not what we wanted."
it was still an up. It was still
It was an
upgrade.
It was an upgrade, but it
but
wasn't
not
one
as
to make
not
you
the-
want to go out and buy it if you already
Yeah.
had the old one. It wasn't enough.
or a Switch Lite. If you had one of those two, you didn't
that's
want it.
right, Switch
You didn't you didn't need that one. But if let's say you were
Yeah.
thinking about
Yeah.
getting a new one, you were about getting the Switch, and that one popped out. You're like, oh, this.
Then
one's
that
their
would
one.
be
I'll
the
just get this
first one to get. Yeah, that would be
Yes.
your first one to get.
Yeah,
So I would be the SD card brings up a good point. I think they
Yeah.
are gonna. I think that's a no brainer though. I think they would have to add that in because if you're
They
gonna
have to.
be able to put your old Switch games into that Switch, you got to be able to transfer over your save progress somewhere.
Yes.
I think so because
That
I
only
think your
makes
save
sense.
progress would be. I think it's on the freaking like. I think they have it like more saved on the cloud because if you put your like if I put my thing on yours, I can still play it off from my thing.
Oh, so is the cartridge just game data then?
It's
Yeah.
more like game data, but I think
like
your
your-
actual
it's like your
save, like it
progress.
still saves it on your thing. But like if you want to go play with someone else, I think it still saves it there up there. Like
Okay.
it's the same thing, kind of like what where you save it on the cloud, your save data.
Oh, because
That's
so you're
only for your
saying like,
account.
say you started a Metroid Dread game on your Switch, and then you came over to my house, and then you put your account on my Switch, but then logged in on your account, you'd still be at that point.
You should be. I would see why not, since all the
We've never even
most-
tried nothing like that before, so I don't know. Yeah.
I was pretty sure because like a lot of the stuff is on. A lot of the stuff you're saving your save data is on the cloud. It goes, oh here, you want to save it on the cloud so that when you go to someone else's thing, all you have to do is put your account and you start off wherever you started.
But you can still game share, right?
I mean that makes it makes complete sense. I
good.
just never because we all have our own switches. You know, you're not really
Yeah.
sharing switches, so we never did anything like that before. I never thought about it.
Yeah, there's only certain things that would only change if I did something like that. Say if I went to yours and I played on on like if I went to yours and I played on yours, let's say Animal Crossing, I would be playing on your island because it wouldn't be my island because it's not like that. Remember, the island's only on the Switch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That would be something different. Probably if I did that, it would start me up like if I was like playing a new, which I'm not. Because that
Yeah.
would be, or unless it just puts me there and say, no, here's your, you can go around and do stuff, but you don't have a house or some weird shit like that. But like anything like a save, like save dead, like if I played, like if I was playing Smash on this one, and I went to yours, depending where I'm at, it should be still be in the same spot. That's what I would
Oh, okay.
assume, since the because a lot of it now, a lot of the save data is like you can link it to your save data, so whenever
Yeah.
you do something or go somewhere, it's still there, so you can still pick it up from there.
Gotcha.
So I would assume so, and I don't think they would. I doubt they would change the cartridge because that would be stupid of them because that would just.
No, I don't think. I mean, I'm like 110% sure they didn't, but if they did, I'm sure people would boycott the shit out of that.
Yeah,
Like I said,
no,
they
then-
just came. The biggest ones to me are every Mario game and every Zelda game. If people couldn't take, what's the one that just came out? Not Breath of the Wild. I can't. Tears of the Kingdom. If you
Yeah,
couldn't
Tears of the
take
Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom and put it into this new Switch 2, if this comes out this year in September, because like me, I haven't even bought Tears of the Kingdom yet. I'm sure there's people who have bought it and are still working on it. You know what I mean? I don't think
No, hell
everyone's
yeah.
beat that game. And if you can't switch that over to the new Switch, oh, people would be outraged. I think just those two franchises alone, Mario and Zelda.
Yeah,
They might patch it or they might upgrade it. You never know.
Either
No,
that or it's like for me, because of where I'm at with this, I'm like the same as you know, obviously you. I don't my old Nintendo Switch works fine right now. I have no problems with it. I haven't been super actually, haven't been playing it as much ever since I got this Backbone. The games I do mostly play on there, though, I play Asphalt Legends 9 on my Switch a lot. I've been playing Overwatch 2 a lot on Switch, and Dead by Daylight I play the shit out of on Switch. But I just kind of have been taking a break from those since I've been on Battlefield, but it all works completely fine. I've never had it overheat or shut off on me. I'll get no 3 red rings of death, no yellow light of death. My Switch
Yeah.
works fine as it is, and there's still Zelda alone. I'm going to be stuck on that game like we talked about the last episode. I did do a little more. I did do like I think 2
You
or 3
did.
more shines since the last episode. We talked about it, but I'm gonna be on that for a while. And if this came out and like you said, there was something where I'm like, oh man, I gotta have this. It looks so good, or it has this feature that I just needed. I better be able to bring my Zelda over to that because I know I'm not gonna be done with Zelda by September.
yeah, because so I was pretty sure they wouldn't change anything about it. I think they're just gonna make it vast improvement where they're gonna actually like you can chat with people actually in it and all that stuff without having to be weird.
Chat
and all
would
that.
be freaking cool
Chat.
if they added.
Yeah.
If they did, I just feel like
Like,
the
kinda like
chat
voice
isn't
chat
a
or
console thing. I
in-party
feel like
chat.
the chat's more of a network thing, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, does the Switch? Yeah, because the Switch right now has a headphone jack in it, right? You could put a 3.5 in there.
Good. Yeah, no, there's
Yeah,
that
you
fucking
can, but
thing.
it's just like in wherever you could chat in, you can't really chat in it unless you do a certain way in order to chat.
I don't know how games do chat. Like, I don't know if that's who does that go through? The developer? Is that through Nintendo itself?
it.
I wonder if that's got to be. No, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would be Nintendo itself because there's some Xbox
Oh.
games like Dead by Daylight, for example. There's no game chat, but then there's a lot of games that do have game chat, and that's on Dead
I
by
think
Daylight's on
it's that-
PC, PS5, everything new.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them. It depends on I say it would be more the developer since they're developing the game if they want to incorporate chat into it or not. And Dead by Daylight, I think since they have it on multiple things, instead of worrying about if chat works, they just okay, let's let a third party worry about it, like Discord or Xbox or whatever it's on.
That'd be cool. So you know what Nintendo Switch needs to do? I know what Nintendo Switch needs to do right now.
Incorporate
For
with
num-
Discord.
They need to.
They
put
need to.
Discord.
I don't know if this is a processing issue, like it needs more processing power to be able to process all these things going on at once in it, or what's the case. But they need to get in with Discord and finally link every single console because
Oh, that would be
Dead by
hope they
Daylight,
do.
for example, there's not many games that are crossplay on everything, but there are games that are crossplay on everything. I think Fortnite, right, is on Switch.
yeah.
Yes.
You got Roblox, you got Rocket League, you got Dead by Daylight. You got Overwatch 2. You know, just to name, that's already a hand right there. Just to name a few. You need to get Discord incorporated in this Switch 2 and finally link everything. That I think is a revolutionary step right there.
That would be good,
They
and then
might,
they
yeah.
don't have to worry. Then the people developing don't have to worry about the in-game chat. They can just say, okay, let's take that out, and Discord handle it.
Yeah.
That will take time, labor time from them. There will be no. They don't have to worry about the coding for that because then they also don't have to work for on that.
You know what the other question is too? Is there already Switch games that have in-game chat? I don't know because I've never used it.
The only one I remember I seen that has like a in chat function, I think, was Pokemon Unite, and I don't know how you use that. I just
See,
seen
and
it
you
was
know
there.
which one, you know which game
He
I
never
was
did
thinking, but
that.
I've never played it, so I don't know. I was thinking Splatoon did.
I could too.
And I don't even know if the older Splatoons, because they got 3 of them out now, I'm pretty sure, right? Splatoon 3 just came out this
Yeah,
year earlier. I
somewhere
think
around
I
this
think
time.
only the newer one. I think only Splatoon 3 did too. But I'm not, don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, and then they don't have to worry about if they do that. Then they don't have to worry about anything about. They don't have to worry about maintaining it. They don't have to worry about putting it in. They don't have to worry about nothing of that sort. Then just have Discord just handle it and boom there.
Just for everyone to be able to communicate though, it's going to solve so many problems, make life so much easier. You got more
Yeah.
more accessibility. I mean, that's the way to go. When I
Yeah.
was gone, did you guys talk about price point already?
Yeah,
He
said
brought
about
up the price.
yeah,
He's
it's
saying it's
about
gonna
be
be
four
$400.
hundred, which I say is not a bad price for what it is for everything. Where like which
I
other
think
handhelds
I
around.
wonder if
I
that's
think
that's probably the pre-order for it.
what do you
Possibly.
mean?
If it's gonna be 400 instead of, I don't know if it's gonna be 449.99 for the Switch 2.
It'll be
That I don't know.
$399.99. It'll be
Yeah, it's always
$399.98.
Yeah, one cent
nah. It's gonna
down.
be $399.95.
I
Oh my
will
god.
say so. I think the $300 price point on a regular Nintendo Switch, I think that's a fair price point. Um, I want to say at one point I thought that was a little high, but I put once you have the Switch, you know you see everything it could do. You could take it on the go. You can hook it up to your TV. I mean, I love the Switch. It's such a great console. Um, 300 is definitely fair to me. 400 to raise it that 100, they gotta, like I said, in those Nintendo Directs or what we should be seeing it soon if it's coming out in September.
Yeah,
They got to
adding
start
more
showing
storage.
stuff off that's going to prove that 400. They got to be adding those features in because you can't just do. I don't feel like you can just do a Switch with like better graphics and add $100 onto that. I mean, to me, no,
No,
that's not worth it
No.
to me. Maybe
It really
I
is.
wonder if they do. See, I wonder if they do like an internal storage somehow.
That's what I was thinking.
Because right now it's SD card, and maybe you have a SD card
No, it
slot
does.
along with an internal storage.
It does have an internal source. Switch does. It's not.
Oh well,
big,
I'm
but it is.
talking when
No,
I'm
he's
I'm
talking
sorry.
about-
You're right. I mean like I'm talking a big one, but
A bigger
do-
one, yeah.
he's
Which
yeah.
they
more
could
storage.
they could do since they already came out with the what was it the MI whatever's the ones they have for the PlayStation 5, which is only
MSI,
about like
MSIs.
they're only like about this big and they're hella thin.
So I wonder if they could do something like that. The other thing, I wonder if they'll make it the handheld bigger because like that I like the
From
size
what?
of the Switch right now because it's so easy to take with you and it's mobile. Like I said, my one big complaint, and I've heard a lot of people complain about this, the controllers. I mean, I can't hold those little controllers for that long without my
what-
hand starting to cramp up. Huh?
Well, the looks from the picture where it shows on the article looks like it will be bigger from the
Where's-
article. If you look at the picture of the article
Where's the
from the
picture?
link, if you look at the link, you have to look at the link. The
I
link you
did.
put up on the thing
I'm looking at it.
and the Discord. It shows a picture right there. It shows a picture of the Switch. That was
Oh, you mean in the thumbnail?
Yeah. It's
Yes.
a thumbnail, yes.
Look at them. Whatever. Thumbnail is a damn picture.
Yeah,
thumbnail.
see, I like that. The way, okay, yeah, I mean, you people, we're not doing a live one right now. We'll probably do a live episode next episode. And this isn't up on the video screen, but this reminds me more of like the Steam Deck, or what's the other one?
The other newer one, I think, came from.
What's the other
Viva.
handheld? I think so. Yeah.
I just don't remember the name either.
I don't remember the name of it. It reminds me more of that. I like this style a lot more. It looks
I
like it's
like
gonna
it
be
because it
nicer
has
in
a
the
little
hands.
point. It looks
Yeah.
like gives you enough space for your fingers on the bottom, and the little point gives it a bit of a grip.
Well,
so you can
you know
hold-
how the Switch controllers, like, they're kind of
Yeah.
flat too. These look like they
Yeah.
have more depth to them.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm gonna love
See-
that now. Screen wise, I wonder if they're gonna make that bigger, because like I saw, I mean to cut you off, Junior.
No problem.
I said the mobility of the Switch now, because it's so small and light. I wouldn't mind it being a little bigger though, because I have heard people saying like the Steam Deck is a little heavier and bigger, but it doesn't bother anybody.
I
From
think
what
there
I've heard.
I think there probably would be, because the controllers are going to be a little heavier. If they're going to put more stuff into it, it's going to still be a little bit heavier. So I think
Yeah.
overall, they're probably going to make it bigger. I don't know how much bigger, but I think a bit bigger. But like I said, they would have to do something with the internals, something with the chat function, the internals, the chat function. That looks like if they do what they looks like on the picture and the thumbnail, whatever, the controller's right there, the battery life of it, and
Oh yeah, they do got to improve the battery life. That's one
They
thing I
have
gotta say.
to.
That's one knock
gotta
I do
improve
got
the
on my
controller.
old Switch, man. When I play Zelda, that battery only lasts me like 2 to 3 hours.
yeah. If you have the Switch Lite, the Switch Lite lasts longer because that's what it's made for. But
Yeah. But I don't even my Switch now. Like, I don't play handheld that much. Like Dead by Daylight, I don't like. I do play handheld sometimes, but I have the Pro controller, and it's so hard for me to get used to
And-
playing Dead by Daylight on the little ones.
and on the new one, they have to keep the docking feature. If they take that docking feature away from that, hell no.
Oh, I think they'll keep that. Just
No,
that being
no,
a
they're-
Switch.
Yeah, like the
I
light
think
the
they'll
light
come out with
version-
two.
Those might be two.
a light version and that one.
I
Yeah,
think so.
which
Yeah.
would be-
Yes, then that would be fine that would be fine for the then the light one probably have even as long as they do upgrade the battery life for the original of the first one, and the light, if they make it better, that's fine because that's the light, that's what it's supposed to do.
For me, the two game breakers I think are going to be the battery power and the storage. If they, I wouldn't even care.
And the internals, I would say the internals will go with the
Internal.
battery with the battery is by itself, but the internals like the CPU, GPU, and the memory.
Well, I'm already
Yeah,
expecting
but
that the graphics are going to be better. Like, it wouldn't make sense to put the same graphics, so I'm already kind of implying that the internals are
I
going to be
know.
better regardless. But I just hope they don't make the internals so good that the battery stays the same. You know what I mean? They suck in so much
that's
power.
what I'm
that-
saying. Like they kind of keep. I think ones would be like how they improve the interior, like the control handles, how those are, how big it's gonna be and heavy. That's another one. How that is, and then the internals would be all that stuff. Of course, they're gonna upgrade that plus the memory that has its self-stored memory inside of it. I'm pretty sure they'll still have an like the SD still slot. I hope they should be. I don't think why they would change that. And
You know,
better
oh, sorry.
battery and better battery life.
yeah. So actually, I was skimming through this article that we have up at the very, very end of the article. It's funny. I said, I think we might, if it's coming out in September, if it's coming out this year, I think we're going to get details in their next direct. And I said mid to end February, right? It says right here,
Yeah.
we don't know when, this is off IGN in case I didn't mention that.
Oh,
We
yeah, yeah,
don't
I see it.
know when Nintendo will show off its new console, but we may get hints in the company's customary February direct. So I think that actually is going to set up our next episode. We might plan our next episode right after that direct so we can see what goes on. Because if they do end up showing off anything about the Switch 2, that's going to be big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think they do a direct every. I think they do a direct every month or
I think it's every
couple of
couple.
months.
I think it's every
Every
couple
couple
because
months.
I don't know if they did one in December, but I wasn't
I
paying
think they.
attention
I
that
think they
much.
did one in
They
November.
did. They
I
did.
think they
November.
did one
So,
in November.
and we don't have one this month that I've seen yet.
No.
So,
We'll know. We'll know something by next month, hopefully.
hopefully by the end of next month. Yeah. But shoot, I think I don't know. I don't got anything else on it. I think that's gonna wrap us up just about. Junior, you got anything else on it?
It looks like they do it every. Yeah, they see there's one for November. Yep. So it looks like every September they sticked October, November. So every like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because it was before the November one was September, which that was 2 months before that. So I think they do. It looks like they said one in December. Gee, I don't know.
That's what they're
Well,
saying.
it's usually like that. But no, I have nothing else besides what we stated.
All right, Tony. Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right. So that was episode 77. And I think, like I said, we're going to try and plan. I think we'll try and plan the next one right after this direct to see what they kind of come out with so we can get that into the news for you guys there. Other than that, I'm going to try and get this episode edited throughout this week. Hopefully, have it up by the weekend. Today's the 6th, just in case you guys didn't know when we were recording. So I should have it up hopefully by the 12th at the latest. I should have it up before this. This one wasn't too long. But with that being said, thank you guys for listening to episode 77. Thank Junior and Tony. Thank you guys for joining me. And make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, join the Discord. Please join the Discord. We're about to get on some Battlefield right now. Jump on those games with us. Actually, I'm going to post up in there after this. And we'll catch you guys next month for episode 78.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that the moon is high, nights made of gold and silver, we're feeling crystallized. A heart that's made of starlight, a hope that cannot die. Here in the midnight sunshine, we're feeling crystallized. Night starts coming.